Welcome back, diecast collectors. Today I have an exciting release from the Hobby Shop Series 7, Greenlight's latest release at this time of filming, October 2019. Features 5 brand new castings out of the 6. We're going to check all of these out of the packaging for a full review. First up, we've got the 1978 Checker Motors Marathon A11 with a vintage gas pump. Second up, a 1970 Mercury Cougar with a woman in a dress. A surprising casting, a 1969 Nissan Patrol with surfboards and a removable roof. Highly anticipated in this scale for the collection is the 2012 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited with the backpacker. The 1970 Datsun 510 sedan with race car driver. This is a new casting because it is a 4-door version of the 510 Datsun that we're familiar with, which we've seen with the 2-door version many times before. And rounding out all 6 vehicles in the Hobby Shop Series 7 is the 55 Chevrolet 210 Townsman with gas pump. Let's get all of these wonderful cars out for a full review here in the Hot Wheels room. The first vehicle I'm opening up in this set is the 2012 Jeep. This one also appears to have a removable roof. And we're just going to look at the packaging real quick because the packaging is the same on all the models. You've got the list of all 6 vehicles in the series, which you're going to see here. And other than that, this is probably one of the more cumbersome packages from Greenlight. Because of this shade, it kind of makes some of the models hard to see under dimmer lighting conditions. But thankfully, in most department stores, you're not going to have that trouble to identify whether this is a vehicle you're going to want to add, due to the fact that most stores are quite well lit. And so is the Hot Wheels room. So we're going to be able to see this just fine, but you're going to see it a whole lot better out of the package for this review. So let's get right into it. And out it comes. There it is. Come on in, we're open, it says. Yes, we are. There's the little backpacker. It's a pretty cool little guy. I don't even know if I have a backpacker from Greenlight yet. This might be one of the few figures I probably don't have. It may even be a new figure. I'm not really quite sure. Quite well detailed. So that's always kind of cool to have for reference on your scale vehicles. Already I can tell this is a fabulous model. Absolutely wonderful. Everything one could have hoped for if you're a Jeep enthusiast or an unlimited 4-door. Unlimited stands for the 4 doors in case you're not familiar with the Jeep Wranglers as of late. This is the JK model. The newest ones you're seeing released at the dealerships would be the JL model, and those were starting to be released in 2019. But this Jeep is essentially the exact same Jeep made from 2007 right up till 2019 well, 2018 technically. They still release some of these models in the JK into 2019. I myself have a 2007 model and I love it. This one comes with an aftermarket front bumper. Let's zoom in a bit here. Aftermarket front bumper with a winch. You got some nice big wheels, stock rims by the looks of it. And this is the Mopar Special Edition. I can tell by the tampo and badging on it. And if we zoom right in, you might even be able to read some of that. Let's just see. Very cool. Got a little bit of a glue residue on the door, but that'll wipe right off. And separate piece hood. I can tell that's not probably going to open, but it's got a separate casting piece that they've incorporated on there. Really nice job. It appears, yes, it does have a metal base, although it's not highly detailed. It shows the 4-wheel drive, transfer case and transmission, exhaust, and the muffler, but not too much else. And the rear bumper appears, it may be stock, it may not be, I'm not really sure actually. Probably aftermarket. And there you go. That's awesome. The roof comes right off. It's got a couple little pins that keep it in place. Just put that over there. If only it was that easy to take the roof off in real life. Not so. Of course, there would have been a roll cage in the actual Jeep. I'm not really sure why they did not put a roll cage in the Jeep. It kind of looks a little funny without a roll cage. If you were to roll this particular Jeep over, you'd certainly have a headache. So, something maybe for Greenlight to consider adding. I'm not sure how difficult that would be given the size of it, but even just a couple of the little bars at the back, just to show that it would have some protection, because it almost looks like a pickup truck without the roof on it. Other than that, no complaints. Right down to the details as expected from Greenlight. Third brake light. A very nice interior. And we've even got the sun visors are actually the mechanism for the roof bit to hold on to, which is very clever. And of course, just wonderful details all the way around. You can see even behind the grille there's a gray radiator, which is a very nice detail that they've managed to put in there, especially with this vehicle being painted all black. Awesome. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm quite excited about this model. Quite excited to see what they do with it, and also if they can sneak a roll bar in there. So we'll just park that over there. The next model we're going to look at, I've already got open for you, and that is the Marathon A11. So nice packaging presentation, of course, as we already saw. And this is a heavy casting, my friends. This is a really nice, highly detailed casting of a very iconic car you would often see in New York and perhaps other places. This car had a very long lifespan. They made these right up until 1981. I think they started making these in the early 60s with really no change. There's quite a history on this particular car. And you may still even see some today, I'm not sure. I don't think too many of them would be in use as taxis anymore, but check out the details on this base. By comparison to the Jeep, this one has a very detailed chassis, showing all the suspension, frame rails, axles, spare tire, gas tank, everything. Very well done. Separate bumpers, white wall tires, and incredible clarity on the tampo decorations here with those checkers. Not a single smudge. You got the fair on the door. Just an absolutely terrific representation of this car. Looks perfectly to scale in every way as to be expected. Oh, very nice opening and closing hood, showing the details that we've come to expect when the hood does open on a Greenlight. Beautiful, beautiful lines on that. To look at it, you wouldn't even know that the hood opens or closes. It fits and finishes that nice. Right up to the roof taxi thing on the roof. I forget what that's actually called. There's a name for it, but it eludes me at the moment. But that is a casting that I'm quite excited about. I don't think there's another company out there that's done such a nice job with this car in 1/64 scale. Hot Wheels did make one in the Retro Entertainment series, which was quite nice as well in their own styling, but for full-on accuracy and detail, this one has definitely knocked the ball right out of the park. Alright, next up, let's take a look at this 1969 Nissan Patrol with surfboards. I'm really excited about this strange little model and eager to open it up and share with you what I find. Very cool. Let's not forget those little surfboards. Whoa! That one just about popped away on me. Pretty cool little pieces. Nice little color. We'll just put those down as our main focus is really this amazing brand new casting of the 69 Nissan Patrol. It does have a little elastic on it. So we'll just snip that off. Very cool. Whoa! Oh, every time, every single time. Alright, check this thing out. Holy smokes, that is really funky. Love it. It's not a casting I've ever seen before. Certainly not something I was expecting. And very, very pleasantly surprised by this piece. It's got some really nice looking steel wheels on it. A true spare tire. It does have a removable roof. And there you go. Nice detailed interior, of course. Wow. Put that back on. Nice fit and finish. Let's go in for a closer look. Got a decal on the back. I can't even read it. Patrol, it says. Check out that. The lug nuts are painted on the back wheel. And the details on those tail lights. Incredible. All the window seals have been painted. Door handles. Great, great, authentic looking tires. And on a vehicle of this small horsepower and size, these tires are probably the right scale thickness, even though some might say they're a little bit thin looking. I have no doubt these are perfectly to scale. You got the Nissan label right across the hood. And check out this base. Holy smokes, is that ever neat? We've got a true suspension, true lifted axles with those leaf springs, the drive shafts. Wow. Got the transfer case skid plate, and it looks really, really good. Not only for the detail that this provides, but I suspect that this modular style chassis will allow Greenlight to do some interesting things with this casting and model, as far as different suspensions, maybe a lifted suspension to accommodate larger, more customized off-road wheels perhaps. Who knows what they're going to do with it, but if they do nothing at all, I'd still be completely impressed and overjoyed. I mean, check out the tailpipe is even painted, the exhaust pipe coming out there. So, wow. Truly amazing. Now, there is nowhere for the surfboards really to adhere to, but I suspect if you took your roof off, you could just kind of jam them in there or something if you really wanted to. I mean, even the surfboards are very detailed. Check out the, what do you call those things? The little fins on the bottom are there. Those are pretty cool. Alright, on to the next model. And that is going to be the 1970 Mercury Cougar with Woman in a Dress. Here it is. Let's get that one out now. What a nice color for this car. First we'll get that little lady out. Little woman in a dress. Looks like she's getting ready to go shopping. She's got her clutch in her hand, her purse. Alright. Wow, this looks like a nice piece as well. Really nice. Holy smokes. Check that out. Look at these wheels and beautiful double white pinstripe on the tires. Very authentic looking rally wheels. And a beautiful deep metallic pearl blue paint job. It's got the little spoiler, the chin spoiler on the car, fog lights, those really cool grilled covered headlights, and would you look at that, we've got an opening hood. Nice big detailed engine. Let's just take a closer look at that. Wow. Check it out. It's even got the hood latch right there. Beautiful. Beautiful interior as well. And check out that tail light. That is really nice. That's an inset transparent red piece with silver painted accents on it. I mean, you cannot get much more. I don't think you can get any more detail into a 1/64 scale car if you wanted to. Check out the silver trim around the windows, all around the door sills, the windshield. Even the windshield wipers are painted silver. The fender flares, chrome, a rocker guard chrome, and then another really nice detailed base with lots of details for the the frame rails, the exhaust, gas tanks, front suspension. That is truly a beautiful model. Very nice. Okay, what have they done with the Datsun 510, guys? Here we go. 510 Sedan. Got the little race car driver there with his matching orange gloves. Looks like a rather tall man. It is a small car though. And look at that. Really cool. Opening hood. Let's zoom in for a closer look. Really neat looking white rims with those orange crosses on them. And we're going to compare this to Greenlight's two-door Datsun 510 here in just a moment, but let's just take a look at all the details. Okay, maybe the hood doesn't open. Does not appear, nope. Either that, it's just a really tight fit. I'm trying here with a thumbnail. Maybe it opens the other way, I can't remember. I'm just getting a hobby knife here to confirm, because I know the other cars have opening hoods. At least I think they do. No problem, yeah. There's the 510. Maybe I've just got a sticky hood. I can tell it's a separate piece, but it very well could have been cast shut. I mean, not cast shut, but they may just not have opted to put a detailed engine in it this time for whatever reason. The base, wheelbase is exactly the same, as is the base. They've just gone ahead and made a new top for it with the 4 doors versus the larger door on the 2-door version. And I have no doubt that the specifications for these cars in real life as far as wheelbase length would probably have been the same, if not very similar. But it's hard to say for sure. I did not do my homework. So if you guys know, feel free to leave a comment there. For me and anyone else that has does not know for sure. I'm not sure what that was. Anyways, so really nice 4-door version though. It's surprising it's been this long since they've actually gone around to making a 4-door version. And just because we're looking at a Datsun 510, which just about everyone in the diecast world has created, including Hot Wheels, and here the M2 version. This is the M2's 4-door car, and we're just doing a scale comparison. Note the M2 version has an actual cast third window in the back there, whereas the Greenlight has the plastic window with a line in it. So a bit more detail on the M2 version, and of course it has an opening hood, the detailed engine, but we're not doing a brand to brand comparison here, just really a car comparison for the Datsun 510 Sedan. So that's why I brought that out, the 3 versions. So anyways, that's a nice piece. We've got one more car to look at in this series of 6 vehicles, and that is, of course, the 55 Chevrolet 210 Townsman with a vintage gas pump. I really like the two-tone paint job they've done here with the red and white. Matching gas pump. Let's get that out before it goes missing. So lots of nice details on that. Cool little accessory. And then we've got the Chevy. Oh, it's chrome shiny glory here. Let's take another little zoom in here. Really nice work on the hubcaps. This one does not feature any opening parts, but it's a heavy piece. And it's got decent details on the metal base. It's a car we've seen before and always welcome in the lineup. It is a nice representation. So there you have it. One last thing. I don't think I showed the gas pump all that closely for the checkered cab. So we can just do a little side by side here on the pumps. And you can see very, very detailed given the size of these pumps. Extraordinary. Extraordinary what they're able to do with the pieces at this price point and scale. I mean, anything seems possible these days. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I've got more Greenlight stuff coming. I've got the Hollywood Series 26 next. Some very cool new castings in that set as well we're going to look at. And lots more vintage Hot Wheels stuff still yet to come, as well as many other cool videos as I think of them. Happy hunting, everyone. Stay tuned.